The explanatory note is about ego of ageism. The fact is, our society has been misguided and misled to think that young people are mentally incapable of making significant contribution in our society. Our society has made us think that the only people who are wise, who are adepts and sages, are people who are old by age, which is a folly and fallacy. It's an absurd statement that it's only the older people who are able to bring our society together in order for us to coordinate our activities in a meaningful way. It's an absurd statement because if you are ignorant as a young person, you will not become wise by age, by growing old, and then all of a sudden you become a wise person. You become a wise person even if you are young, if you are not ignorant, if you are inquisitive, you want to know more about what's happening within yourself and without yourself, on a broader spectrum of your own community. If you want to know, and if you become aware of the problems that arise in your community, the challenges that needs to be overcome, the conflicts that need to be resolved, and the problems that need to be solved, even as a young person, once you become aware of those and take the first step towards making sure that a human community or a human society becomes a better place for all, then you become wise. And as you grow older, having the inquisitive spirit, the inquisitive heart, and the inquisitive mind that seeks to solve the problems, that seeks to unite the people, bring the people in harmony in order for the people to coexist in peace, unity, and love, then you become wiser and you grow even wiser when you are growing by age. Then when you are old, then you will be worthy to be regarded or called a wise man. But the problem is our community has been brainwashed to think that young people are naive and novices because of age. We have young geniuses, we have young intelligent people who are mentally capable of making significant contribution in our society. So it is not only the older people who are wise. If a person was ignorant at a young age, that person will not suddenly become a wise person simply because he or she has grown old by age. So now the ego, we know that ego is self-centeredness. Ego is selfishness, and ego is crass feeling. It is that notion, internal notion, that makes a person think that the only thing that matters in the world is nothing but himself, the holder, or the ego speculator, the person who is egotistical in views, in approaches, and in coexistence with other human beings. It is the ego that propels a person to undermine the young ones. If a person is struggling or suffering from the ego of ageism, that particular person tends to look down on the young ones. And sometimes a person uses demeaning terms in reference to the people who are deemed young in our society. And that's very wrong, because human beings are human beings. And the most important thing, as somebody who lives in a society side by side with other human beings, it's very important to just overlook your age once and see how harmonious your life will become. Just overlook your age and start looking at what is called a child or a young man or young woman as a human being. Just look at the person who is called a young man or young woman, as a human being, as an equal human being, from whom you can learn something, with whom you can conceive wonderful and meaningful ideas in order to set in motion a powerful project that would bring about positive change in your community. For example, myself, I learn from children. I respect children. I respect people who are regarded as young, particularly those who are regarded as younger than me. And that's very important for me because it gives me an opportunity to open up to learning. I learn from both people who are regarded as young and from those who are socially classified as old. Because for me, the most important thing lies here in the mind. It lies in the brain. It lies in the soul. It lies in the spirit. It lies in the heart. It lies in the content of the person's character. It lies in the content that is found within a person. It doesn't lie in how old a person is, because you can be an old person, and be a fool at the same time with your old age. You understand? But you may find a younger person, a person of around 15 years of age, for example. You understand? And when you interact with such person, you end up drawing wisdom. Because sometimes wisdom, as much as wisdom is learned and it comes with experiences. Wisdom comes with experiences, and also I believe it comes with observations. When you observe the experiences of others, then you become wise. You don't have to go through the fire in order for you to understand that the fire is burning and it hurts to get burned. By observing a person who's going through the fire and getting burned, then you realize that fire is burning and fire hurts. Then you stay away from the fire. Because of your observation, that brings you wisdom. So young people are very important assets who can be coerced. I'm not sure if coerced is the right term, but who can be brought together, in order to influence their activities in the right direction. Young people are the most important asset that can be used to build our society. We can develop different skills out of young people, and other young people are already inquisitive. They have curious minds, and they are learning big stuff, that we find in the world on their own. So you can't look at those people and undermine them, demean them, and use terms that will let them down. The most important thing is love, unity, peace, harmony, and respect for everybody. But unfortunately, if you don't have those attributes for yourself, then it's going to be impossible to project them on other people. You are going to demean other people because you are not possessing them and you are not using them to empower yourself, to lift yourself up, to inspire yourself, to encourage yourself in order to do the right thing in the world. So, ego of ageism is very dangerous. Don't look at the age of somebody. Look into the content of a person's character. You understand? And how you can correlate with a person, how you can come together as human beings, how you can connect as human beings, and how you can chart a divine path in order to build yourselves. Because once you build yourselves, you'll become an inspiration to others, to those who surround you, and those who are observing your actions, those who are watching your move. You'll become a light to those who surround you. So the ego of ageism is just bad. Get rid of it and stop using terms to demean those whom you regard as younger than you. And also those who are younger should stop using your age to demean those who are older than you. The social equation must balance. Respect must be reciprocal. Divine love should be reciprocal. respect from the older person, respect from the younger person, and see how our world would become a wonderful place for us to live.